The lack of regard for human life is truly jaw-dropping, and there is no boundary, seemingly, that we are unwilling to cross. The unborn, the elderly, the sick, the disabled, these are the most vulnerable in society. The least of these are being led to the silent slaughter, deceived by evil masquerading as compassion. I'm going to show you that there is a children's book that I read on radio in its entirety today. This is one of the sickest things. You know that I collect things from 20th century progressives, Fabian Society, and also all socialist movements, including the National Socialist Movement, otherwise known as the Nazis. I have not seen something this evil since Nazi propaganda and what they were doing with their children. This is a book, and I'm just going to read parts of it, that explain why it's okay to abort an unborn child. It's a children's book. Lee wants to climb a ladder. Lee asks Papa, "Is my sister in that tree?" "Well, you could find a sister in that tree if you wanted to," muses Papa. Lee is Papa and Mama's only child for now, although there once was a sister. But Papa and Mama could not keep her. Where does sister live now? Does sister live here? Do you want her to? Asked Papa. Well, she used to live in Mama and doesn't anymore. She doesn't live with us, Lee explains to Papa. That's right, Papa softly affirms. She briefly lived inside of Mama. Lee has more to say. She lived before me, but Mama couldn't keep her. Mama says she's a ghost. Papa considers everything Lee had to say. He finally says, "Yep. Does that make you sad or scared?" "No. Let's play ball," says Lee. They play, they flip rad flips. Lee tells Papa, I'm not sad that my sister is a ghost. If you kept my sister, you would be tired, sad, and mad." "Why?" wondered Papa. "Because we would be loud and wild, and sometimes we would fight. Mama might be scared that she could not buy enough food for us. Mama might not have enough time to read to me, to paint with me, to play with me, to talk with me. Hey, what are you doing with my stick?" Papa remembers that little sister's ghost is on Lee's mind. "Lee, you have some good reasons not to have a sister right now. Maybe you'll have another sister when there's more time or more money." Lee might not be listening, or perhaps Lee is speechless. She does not understand. There is no answer. Lee calls out, "Is there time for lunch?" Jess wonders if sister's ghost is still with Lee. Maybe Lee has forgotten about the sister ghost for a while. "No," Lee hastily explains. Sister ghost has her own things to do. She'll return when I call her, if I need her." First of all, Mama and Papa are recognizing that it was a child. Mama and Papa are telling the little kid that they only killed the other child because they couldn't afford food, or they didn't have enough money, or there wasn't enough time. So what happens when the child senses that Mom and Dad have lost their job because of economic conditions? Is the little Lee going to feel like Mom and Dad are going to come and kill her now? This is obscene.